What's going on, everybody? Spunky Dice 91 coming guys another video. Coming at you guys my week 4 2025 NFL picks. You guys know how I do this. I go over the schedule for the week. I say the Eagles match up for last. So with that said, let's get started. It's Thursday afternoon, so we have a game this afternoon. The first matchup, NFC West matchup, you have the Seattle Seahawks at the Arizona Cardinals. Game is at 8:15 p.m. Eastern tonight. Games being played in Arizona, but I got the Seahawks win that game. Moving down to the the Sunday games. First off, we have I think it's Ireland, overseas Ireland game. You have the Minnesota Vikings at the Pittsburgh Steelers. This game is gonna be played at 9:30 Eastern time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Games being played, I believe, like I said, Ireland, Vikings at the Steelers. Kind of a tough one for me to pick because you just don't know which Aaron Rodgers you're gonna get. I believe Carson Wentz is starting for the Vikings again this week. Don't quote me on that one, but I think he is. I'm gonna give it to the Steelers. I'm gonna give that game to the Steelers, but I wouldn't be surprised if it went the opposite way. Moving down to the 1 o'clock games here, you got the Washington Commanders at the Atlanta Falcons. I got the Commanders win that game. Next game, you got the Los Angeles Chargers at the New York Giants. Yeah, that's the easy one. I got the Chargers winning that game, remaining undefeated. Although Jackson Dart will be starting for the Giants, his first NFL start in the regular season game. We'll see what Jackson Dart does, but just for right now, I'm gonna go with the Chargers. They're on the roll right now. Next game, you got the Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans, AFC South. Neither one of these teams are doing particularly that well this year. The Texans have been a huge disappointment so far this year. C.J. Stroud has been struggling quite a bit. Cam Ward, the quarterback that the Titans drafted last year, first overall pick. Game can go either way, but I'm gonna go ahead just for sakes. I'm gonna give it to the Texans. I think they get their first win of the season against the Titans. Next game, the Carolina Panthers at New England Patriots. The Panthers getting their first win against the Falcons, blew them out 30-0. Patriots lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers last week. I can see it go either way, but I'm going to give it to the New England Patriots. Next game, the New Orleans Saints at the Buffalo Bills. I'm giving that to the Bills. Easy game for me to pick. Next game, you got the besides the Eagles game, which I go back to, last 1 o'clock game. You got the Cleveland Browns at the Detroit Lions. Easy one to the side. I got the Lions. 4:05 p.m. 4:05 p.m. game here. You got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the San Francisco 49ers. Another one that's kind of tough to pick because the 49ers are undefeated, but they're not an impressive undefeated right now, in my opinion. The Jacksonville Jaguars have been a so-so team this year so far. I'm going to give that one to the Jaguars. If it goes the other way, 49ers win, not surprised. Next game, the Indianapolis Colts at the Los Angeles Rams. This one right here could be a pretty good matchup here. Daniel Jones is doing pretty well for the Colts. The Rams, of course, lost to my Eagles last Sunday. It's being played in L.A. I'm going to give it to the Colts. I'm going to give that one to the Colts. Next game, 4:25 p.m. Eastern, Chicago Bears at the Las Vegas Raiders. The Bears absolutely blew out the Cowboys last week. I think the Bears beat the Raiders in Las Vegas. 4:25 p.m. Baltimore Ravens at Kansas City Chiefs. Great matchup. This right here could be a very good matchup as well. Ravens need a win. They've had 2 losses this year that they shouldn't. Games that they shouldn't have lost, in my opinion. I'm I'm going to give it to the Ravens, you know, because Lamar Jackson tends to get one on Patrick Mahomes in the regular season. It's the playoffs that he struggles against him. Same thing with Josh Allen, you know, in the Bills. I'm going to give that one to the Ravens. But if the Chiefs win, it won't surprise me. Sunday Night Football, you got the Green Bay Packers at the Dallas Cowboys. This right here is Michael Parsons' return to Dallas. I think he's going to be fired up. The Packers tend to have the Cowboys' number. And I think that stays the same. I got the Packers winning that game. We have two Monday Night Football games. We have the at 7:15 p.m. Eastern. You got the New York Jets at the Miami Dolphins AFC East rivalry game here. Game can go either way, but I think the Dolphins win that game. The next Monday Night Football game, you had the Cincinnati Bengals at the Denver Broncos. No Joe Burrow, easy one for me to pick. I got the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos win that game. Now going back up to last but not least, my Philadelphia Eagles at Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 1 o'clock on Sunday. Buccaneers have been one of those teams that's kind of been a thorn in the Eagles' side over the years. You know, not as much as the Seahawks, but no, the Buccaneers have tended to get the better of us a lot over the years. But the Eagles, I think they're fired up. They're pumped after that after that comeback win against the Saints last week. Against the Rams last week. I think my Eagles going to Tampa Bay. They go into Tampa Bay and they beat the Buccaneers. So that's my pick there. So just a quick recap here. Tonight's game, Seahawks at Cardinals. I'm going with the Seahawks. Vikings at Steelers, I'm going with the Steelers. Commanders at Falcons, I'm going with the Commanders. Chargers at Giants, I'm going with the Chargers. Titans at Texans, I'm going with the Texans. Panthers at Patriots, I'm going with the Patriots. Saints at Bills, I'm going with the Bills. Browns at Lions, I'm going with the Lions. Jaguars at 49ers, I'm going with the Jaguars. Colts at Rams, I'm going with the Colts. Bears at Raiders, I'm going with the Bears. Ravens at Chiefs, I'm going with the Ravens. Packers at Cowboys, I'm going with the Packers. Jets at Dolphins, I'm going with the Dolphins. Bengals at Broncos, I'm going with the Broncos. And my Philadelphia Eagles at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I'm going with my Philadelphia Eagles. So there you have it. There's my picks for week 4 of the 2025 NFL season. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I would always like to see your picks. But as always, go Birds. Spunky Nights No One's out of here. Fly, go fly. Peace.
That's all, folks.